Hi guys, this is my video blog for the week 5. This is also from my professor, Vikraman Bhaskaran. And the question says identify the different stages that will be part of the health information system developed using prototype methodology and evaluated against other system development lifecycle SDLC methodologies. And so I talked about a little bit about the prototyping model. This is a system development method in which a prototype is built, tested, and then revised as necessary until an acceptable outcome is achieved, from which the complete system or product can be developed. This model works best in scenarios where not all of the project requirements are known in detail ahead of time. It is an iterative trial and error process which takes place between the developers and the users. The prototyping is the process of building a model of a system. In terms of an information system, prototypes are employed to help system designers build an information system that is intuitive and easy to manipulate for end users. Prototyping is an iterative process that is part of the analysis phase of the system's development lifecycle. During the requirements determination portion of the systems analysis phase, system analysts gathers information about the organization's current procedures and business processes related to the proposed information system. In addition, they study the current information system, if there is one, and also conduct user interviews and collect documentation. And this kind of helps the analyst develop an initial set of system requirements. Prototyping can augment this process because it converts these basic, yet sometimes intangible specifications into a tangible but limited working model of the desired information system. The user feedback gained from developing a physical system that the users can touch and see facilitates an evaluative response that the analysts can employ to modifying existing requirements as well as developing new ones. Prototyping comes in many forms, from low-tech sketches or paper screen pictive, from users and developers that can paste controls and objects, to high-tech operational systems using CASE, which is an acronym for Computer-Aided Software Engineering, or fourth-generation languages, and everywhere in between. Many organizations use multiple prototyping tools. So I talked about the steps of the prototyping module, which are the first one I talked about is a requirement gathering and analysis. In this type of prototype model, the basic requirement identification done by the product analysis team members, it actually involves understanding the user functional requirements by the requirement analysis team. And after completely understanding the user demand, team members are kind of ready to produce requirement tools documents, which are needed for the project. But in more intricate details of the internal design and external aspects like the performance and security, they can also be ignored at this stage. I talked about another step, which is the quick design. In this quick design phase of prototype model development team, the development team actually developed the initial prototype of the system. This stage also is where the basic requirements are showcased. User interfaces are provided. These features used in quick design may not exactly work in the same manner as the actual software developed, but the overall working environment around are used to give the similar look and feel as the final product development to the customer and the prototype developed. The third one is the building prototypes, which is what it does is like it takes a quick design from the output of the quick design and build that system design locally. This local building prototype gives a look and feels similar as the final product to be designed. The next one is the customer evaluation. So after building the prototype of the system, the customer review process is underway in customer evaluation phase of the prototype model. The customer checks the working functionality of the build prototype and gives the feedback to the development team. This feedback from customer and stakeholder of the product is collected in an organized manner and used for further enhancement of the product under development phase. Another step is the refining products. What would they do there is they revise and enhance the prototype. The development team discusses on the customer feedback and reviews about the build prototype. And if any issue occurred in the product, then the team tries to refine the project and successfully fulfill the desire about the system. This stage, some negotiations happen with the customer based on some different factors like time, budget constraints, and technical feasibility of actual implementation. These all changes accepted are again incorporated in the new prototype developed, and the cycle repeats until customer expectations are being met. I talked about the engineer product. After all successful feedback and reviews from the customer, the build prototype take over by the software design and development team. The actual product is designed and developed in this phase of prototype module. These are all the types. These phases actually get together and gives a successful environment to the SDLC prototype module. And I talk about the advantages. The advantages that it actually helps the software in the prototype model, and that the model allows the user interface of the customer with a developed system. The working methodology of prototype module is to build a model which provides actual look and feel of system being developed for customer review and feedback about the system functionality. Yeah, so the stages, so when I compared it with the stage of SDLC, the stage of the SDLC are the preliminary analysis, the system analysis, the system design, the programming, testing, implementation, and also maintenance. So I talked about the benefits of the prototyping against the SDLC, which is it actually helps you reduce time and cost. It improves the quality of the specification and requirements provided to customers. It improves and increases user involvement. Most customers want to feel like they're involved in the intricate details of the project, so it actually requires the user involvement and enables them to see and interact. It reduces costs. Nothing makes customer happier than projects that come in under budget, So it kind of prototyping improves the quality of the requirements and specifications provided to customers. Customers get a say in the product early on, increasing customer satisfaction. Missing functionality and errors are detected easily. Prototypes can be reused in future, more complicated projects. It emphasizes team communication and flexible design practices. Users have a better understanding of how the product works. Quicker customer feedback provides a better idea of customer needs. Then I talked a little bit about the limitations of SDLC over prototyping methodology. Sometimes it's a poor model for long and ongoing projects, high amounts of risk and uncertainty. So in details, in conclusion, I concluded for projects that require revision and end user feedback and recommendation implementation, prototyping is a must. Prototyping directly determines the direction of the entire project and its eventual success. For successful prototyping, identifies and correct problems long before they can negatively impact and irreparably harm the final finished project.